and then 134. The show is great, entire live stream on IG. Oh, good. If you were later this morning, super. So it'll be on Denim Dennis and your channel. Cross market it that way. Yeah, I'd like to hear some more about those comments and how the band went and how the night went. So 1E and 2E and fingers 3 and 4, go E. And if you're new to the show, stick around. You're going to love it. This is the morning ritual for guitar growth, where we just work out the simple things. We work on sipping the morning coffee. We hang out together, and there's a banging live chat that I almost can't, I can never seem to really keep up with it, but I'm just sort of keeping the show on the road. And you feel free to engage with any questions you might have. We have a really great culture of respect going that we are going to continue to run with, and we have high expectations of that culture, maintaining that culture of respect. So let's just keep that in mind. We haven't really had too many problems with you. We've been going since the beginning of 2005. So I wanted to welcome you, and you can show up with your guitar and work through these warm-ups. So the word on the street is this kind of warm-up opens up. Let's do fingers 2 and 3. 1 E and 2. Put on body. And here we go. Fingers 2 and 3. This exercise, these simple exercises, repetitive exercises, give us access to walk through veil after veil after veil in our journey to, guitar joy or guitar, developing our guitar practice. As guitar practitioners, one of the things we do every day well, we play the guitar. And imagine that. So one of the things that we don't advertise much, for sake of feeling, the monotony, the more behind the curtain, the all-powerful odds. I think we don't typically advertise that we warm up, but this is absolutely necessary for a person like me, for certain. Whatever that means. I used to have a friend that said practicing's for people who suck, and he was, I always sort of wake up in the morning, I'm like 1 and 2 and frets 11 and 12, 3 and 4 E, and here we go E, and then I wake up in the morning. Sometimes I don't look in the mirror much anymore because I don't have to comb my hair as much as I used to have to. But I do have to do that now a little bit, and I just sometimes wonder about, am I the guitar player that I want to be? Am I doing the things? And I realize those questions are not really the questions I want to be asking myself. I want to ask myself, am I thoroughly enjoying every moment of my life? Am I working hard? Am I playing hard? Am I working smart? Am I doing the things that are going to bring joy to my life and the lives of others? Is it good for the community? Somehow, maybe the answer is yes. Then I'll probably continue along. But the goals, even though we have goals, thank you for the cool hats. Keep it patched. The old North Face keep it patched. So fingers 2 and 4. Let's get this stretch right away. Usually we do this 3rd or 4th step in, but let's go ahead right away for frets 10 and 12, and a 1Z and a 2Z and a putting on my shoes. How do I get rid of my confidence issue? Tracy, do you have too much confidence? You can never have too much confidence. And the confidence issue, a lot of if we can control our breath, we can reduce any or eliminate any, panic or anxiety. We can control it. I think that's a good thing to do. So this is going, jumping on board and showing up. If you have the time to show up, I personally invite you, everybody in the live chat would personally invite you to join us every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But the confidence issue is good, it's striking a balance, If you're a contractor and you're a carpenter and you drive around your $150,000 rig, some of your clients might be thinking that you're getting paid too much. If you show up in your old rust box, they're probably thinking you're not getting paid enough, and they probably think that you're not capable of doing the work. So there's a little balance there, you know what I mean? But confidence is good. Confidence is king. So fingers 2 and 3, 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a faux E. The only way I ever overcame confidence was placing myself in those uncomfortable situations and then just going through the, oh my gosh, I'm really worried about the outcome here. I'm nervous. I'm going to fail. Put myself in fail multiple times. You have to be kind of okay with failure. I think, even Neil Young talks in those terms, when they ask him how to become a songwriter, maintain his songwriting, how do you become a great songwriter? One of his answers is you have to be okay with failure. You have to embrace failure. And it's pretty simple that way. We're using fingers 2 and 3, and this finger is really this gets me every time. It really tightens up my forearm, really chokes everything off. So there's almost no tissue open enough to allow blood flow through my hand. So I'm really right up here. I don't know where you guys are feeling it, but I'm feeling it right in through here. So that's indicating that I'm in the wrong posture for that exercise. So I should be doing this kind of thing, but you can't see me if I do that, right? So let me go ahead and do this again. Let's start with fingers 1 and 2, and we just did fingers 3 and 4 stretch. We did fingers 2 and 3 stretch. Now we're doing fingers 1 and 2 stretch on 10 and 12. Same thing. So let's go ahead and start with 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a faux E and continued exposure to the things that you're afraid of. That's right. Yeah, I like exposure therapy. Ludovico, a little Ludovico treatment. Never hurt anybody. Play John Cage's, oh wow. Daniel, good morning. Love your last name, your surname. One of my favorite Green Day references. Joe Davis, good morning, amen. If you're just tuning in, I wanted to invite you to join us every weekday morning. Anytime you can catch up with us, bring your guitar every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is just it's just a morning ritual for guitar growth. What we do is we walk through the joy of embracing every tone that we play in the morning together. We're alone, of course, but we're together. Tracy Allen, not enough. What else do you have for questions, Tracy? So, happy Monday, everyone. Good morning, Bernard. Bernard, thanks for the reminder. Perfect, Joshua. Learn how to develop independence from my fingers to my vocals or even strumming. Oh, yeah, you're in the right place. Friend, this is a good place. Play it, new strings, all day, yesterday, today. So who's playing the Ibanez? Is that you, Mark? You've got the Ibanez going? Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next piece. Here's 2 and 4. Let's get those stretches completed and behind us. We'll start with frets 9 and 12. Okay, so let's go ahead and start there. I'll just move myself around so we can try to stay in the frame. So we'll use fingers 2 and 4, and then we'll go through and use fingers 1 and 3. We'll have 2 fret stretch. There's that 2 fret span between these two fingers. Okay, so let's try that. 1 E, 2 Z, and the potent we learn more from our failures in life than our successes, that's for sure. That's why I'm so smart. Jane swings too hard. Well, Charlene, maintains her as good as possible. Now she shoots straight. She stays in tune finally. This is my rock, this is my God. Yeah, very cool reference. Mark, I think I can get used to the no failures regardless of benefit. But alas, I'm incredibly human. Amen. Where did the name Charlene come from, Kevin? Oh, that's a good question. Alright, let's go back to fingers 9 and 12. 1 E and the 2. 1 and 3. It feels like we're going to try and just kind of bump it up to couplets today. It feels like we could, right after we get through this exercise, we'll go ahead and stretch for 1 moment. And if you're just tuning in, stick around. You're going to level. This is the morning ritual for guitar growth, and it's something that I thought would be helpful for me to do, and I thought if it was helpful for me, the chances it might be helpful for others is highly likely. Yes. Wow, this ritual this morning is just burning right by. I don't know, we're already 20 minutes in. It's like this is just flying by today. Alright, let's take a moment to just give us a little straight elbow, and then we're pull the hands back a little bit, and just give it a nice stretch. Zack Attack, what's up, rockers? Yeah, right on. Bernard, every time I think I failed, God blesses me with his greater plans in his greater timing, and I ended up better off, and things just go my way all the time. I was really interested in that. I heard Mr. Steve, little Stevie Vai. I heard Mr. Steve Vai say that one time, and that was the first time I really observed any of my early on. I had a few guitar players early on that really changed my trajectory, and Mr. Steve Vai was one of those. And I read him say, and I heard him say that in alignment with God, anything is possible. And then, I have friends who say, read Proverbs on my Facebook timeline. They're super people, and it's like, this man is waking up every morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. He opens up his Bible. He uses the Bible app, right? And it's and then you can pick your version, and he reads every morning. He's had he's a super guy, but he's always raised another point of awareness for me the other day. Count your blessings, number 1, and then be engaged in eternal prayer. So everything is prayer and meditation for me are pretty similar things. So, all right, fingers feel great. My arms feel refreshed. I don't know how yours are feeling, but if you're ready to continue on, we can continue on now. Tracy Allen, amen. Yeah, that's great, man. Robbie Smith, good morning. I don't have my second viewport today because the battery went to heck over the weekend, I guess, and I forgot to. Being on vacation, it was a little mindless. So let's go ahead and do fingers 2 and 3 and 4. Frets 10, 11, and 12. If you're here practicing, I'll give us a count off. If we're here just to sort of in observance of what we're going to do later today, that's okay too. one E, but stick around for the new thing. We have two new things today. And if we have a little time, we're going to talk a little bit about improvisation for the last 10 or 15 minutes or so. Okay. One E, two E, and a faux E. But I really feel like I'm making some monumental gains again in my guitar world, my guitar life. So this is very pleasant for me to was really working the 16th note triplets at, I don't know what it was on the measure, but it felt pretty good yesterday, sitting with the guitar while my wife was doing some of her planning that she needed to get done. So we were both sitting in the kitchen with the wood stove rolling, and the springers, the doggies, the pooches laying all over the kitchen floor, and just a beautiful rest. But I had the metronome rolling, and then just working on just the speed parts, the speed workouts. And yesterday was a really kind of cool day, just kind of woke me up, felt really good. And I hope that some of us are having similar fits of greatness at the same time. Any advice for hand exercises? Recently acquired 2 Epiphones for free. Wow. By luck, I keep one in E flat and one in standard. Oh yeah, I would keep one in E flat too, because I love playing Guns N' Roses. Like I'd keep a guitar tuned in E flat standard just so I could play the intro to Sweet Child of Mine. Let's do fingers 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, and T with a a quarter or nickel. What does he use for pick on that track? Is it a penny? 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E. Fingers 1 and 2 and 3 on 10, 11, and 12. Yeah, and we're just getting kind of like a really smooth technique developed, because this is going to turn into a monstrous legato technique down the road. Now, we're 2 months in. We've been through January, February. We're almost 2 full months in to 2025. And by the end of the 3rd month, we should be really feeling something here, something new. So gears are going to start shifting for us. They're going to start doing some new things and some unexpected things. Some of us will feel a little bit like banging our head off the wall because it's not getting there fast enough, but I just encourage myself to remember to breathe. And try to be observant of every single pick stroke. Exercises of band and reality. Jump in with us. This is literally what we're doing every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I felt like half the man I was when I had medical issues, but I don't know if I'd be half the man I am. Yeah, right, absolutely. It's interesting stuff, isn't it? Makes us stronger. So let's go ahead. We've graduated to 3-finger guitar players. So let's go ahead and focus on fingers 9, 1, 2, and 4, and then breezy 1, 2, 4. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to just get through 1 E and 4 decades per beat. 1 E and 2 E, and it's symmetrical fingering. You ready? So 9, 10, and 12. 9, 10, and 12. 1 E and a 2 and a T E. Here we go. cool on your channel, like the red light district. That's really cool. I'm an alcoholic, and what I'm trying to get back to my healthy hobbies. I have beefy construction worker hands, hard to play, I think need a broader neck, or switch to bass. The band reality, I think that's really, I think it, I remember John Lee Hooker was being like interviewed one time, and they always asked him how he played while he was so hammered. And I think he said, it's really easy. I practice that way. So it is it's not really a lack of matter. And friends, we all have our things that we try to, our vices that we try to, we're in a period of cleaning up our lives or simplifying our lives, and coming back to the guitar is a very powerful tool. It's a very powerful tool. It's an inspirational tool for many. And the simple fact of coming back to the guitar, it develops an audience that is receptive to the things that you do, right? So, let's say that I have a friend, his name is Rick, he's retired now, but he's a school counselor. So, 1, and 3, and 4, frets 9, 11, and 12. Just again, symmetrical patterning. But we're going to use 4 attacks per beat. 4 attacks per beat. Dogs are singing over the singing to us. So 1 beat and 2 beat, T, E, and then go. So back to our friend Ricky. He explained to me one day that he's always been interested in playing the guitar. But his profession was, he wanted to help juveniles in schools. So he became, and encouraged them, facilitate a better future, brighter future. So his path was to become a school guidance counselor or a school, not a psychologist, but a counselor or something like that. And he always said that his being a guitar player, like with him without a guitar was like thumbs down for kids. Him with a guitar was 2 thumbs up for kids. Instantly approachable, instantly, oh yeah, he's an okay dude. Just so he cut through all of those months and weeks and months and maybe never developing public trust. And he developed public trust with kids, continually for his entire career through just having a guitar. I have friends who are car dealers. A really good friend who's a car dealer, and he used to keep a guitar in his office, so everybody would sort of like the rebel. But really slow time cars, still doing that today. Super guitar player too, but there's nothing you can't do. Yeah, Rocky Raccoon, that was what I was thinking, Mark. Raul, that would probably be the Book of Mormon that was in the hotel room, but it's still, Gideon, right? Let's see. Band of Reality, happy you're here with us, happy to hear you playing, keep carrying on. That's good, that's what we're looking for right there. Very cool. Thank you, Mr. Tortorella. And Band of Reality, I hope you're hanging out with us. I was playing Sweet Child of Mine chordal arrangement yesterday. The song will bring a grown man to tears. Yeah. Well, what a beautiful thing. Gideon up. All right, Band of Reality. I started out thinking this way, but learned from Tim Knocker with Sausage Fingers, best picker I ever met. So let's take a look at 1 E and a 2 E and a T. Fingers 1, 2, and 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we're already here. Yeah, too bad slash we need to hear it. Yeah, suck it up. Mister, remember when Vernon Reid was talking about like having to, he said that there were players who actually had to play their songs so many times that they grow to hate them. Vernon Reid from In Living Color was saying like, I've never had that problem. As many times as he's played Cult of Personality or whatever, that, you know, he's never had a problem hating his stuff. Which I thought was pretty interesting because it could be like your own personal private, you know, holding pattern or purgatory to have to play the same thing over and over again to appease an audience. But there is something freeing and liberating in that Mozart effect if you can make a provision to provide that for an audience at scale. That's a beautiful thing. Think about all the people who help do that. We get an advantage of calloused fingers beforehand. That's good. I love your guitar pick. Gary, good morning, Gary. Well, thank you very kindly for the wonderful comment. And I'm not sure if you're talking about me or someone else on the channel. Maybe it was me. This is representative of a tremendous amount of effort, right, and a tremendous amount of seat time. And I'm not even really that good at it. Do you know what I mean? I think I definitely certainly appreciate where I am and where I'm going. I definitely appreciate where I'm going. So fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and stretch 4. So let's try the 1 and 2 and 3 and stretch 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 2 E and a 4 E. Yeah, are you training with your pinky too? Absolutely. Pinky is getting a lot of the attention because the pinky is still, even though I've worked it out a lot more, it's still sort of like, it feels like it's part of the family, but it's still, it's still a little bit behind, I'm not sure if I put it in charge of the waffle iron or not, but I definitely let it pass the butter around the table, do you know what I mean? It's getting there. My pinky finger, index finger, and middle are strong, but ring finger isn't. Can you get it? I can. So if you're just tuning in, please stick around. You're going to love it. It's the morning ritual for guitar growth, and that's exactly what we're intending to do. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen all at once. It doesn't happen with a special vitamin pill. It's, as you know, it's just a product of attitude, awareness, observance, devotion, seat time. And one of the things that I really appreciate is I can't change the problem if I'm not aware of the problem. So the questions that you're asking, if you're aware of it, just keep the faith that if you are asking the question, if you're aware of an issue, that's a good thing because that indicates that you have the capacity to change it. So let's go ahead and take a look at kicking that first finger back. And if I'm missing some comments, please don't hold it against me. I don't have a second viewport, and I am trying to keep us all sort of like moving forward with this too. So here we go. Position 9. Kick the first finger back to 8, 10, 11, and 12. And 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a go E and a. So I would recommend Anya, if you have time to spend more mornings with us, certainly spend some time with us. Bring the guitar with you if you like, and play along with us. You don't even really have to show up in tune because we go through a process of breathing. And tuning previous to getting involved with the mechanical workout. And we'll work through all of those fingering problems that you violin by Andy McQueen. That's a really, really cool idea. Andy McKee is just from like another planet, just a beautiful guitar player, beautiful guitarist. Oh, Max, yeah. Hammer-ons and pull-ups. 3 fingers a la Django. Yeah, there you go. See, we have a really great live chat here. A really helpful group of guitar players. And some are professional, and some of us like to play at the campfire, you know, and some of us have had a lifetime of experience with the instrument and the business, and so you never know. Those questions are definitely handled with ease in this live chat, though I'm confident with any of the, you know, many of the answers one might receive here. Let's go ahead and do one more quick stretch. We're at 40 minutes, and I'm feeling the burn this morning, so let's go ahead, if you wouldn't mind, we'll just take a quick look at this, and just give a 15 clicks on up. Yeah, abandoned reality. Oh, yeah, you're still here. Good. 3 fingers on the Django. So the fat finger thing is something that we can work on. I usually try to keep on my, because I have like fat little fingers too. You know what I mean? It's like, and they're not as long as they could be. I try, you know, I try to do what I can with what I have, what I've been gifted. And fingertips is a really important place to be studying. So I would think here's the, you know, where I typically would want my fingertip, and we're going to just walk through a finger roll exercise. But this is really where I want my finger, and you can see if I lay it over that I end up getting that fat part of my finger touching the next higher string. So if I'm playing a chord, I just simply need to remember to arch. If my thumb's too high, you can see how it draws my palm to the bottom of the neck, which closes any leverage that I have. So I'll open up my hand by putting my thumb to the bottom of the neck, and now I have all of this area to, you know, in which to operate. Whereas before, I would have had, you know, a really closed off, very limited banging experience. So that's a good place to start in my mind. Hammer-ons and pull-ups, I love that, that's great. Keep a guitar in the background of my Zoom while I work and meet with people. Yeah, good idea. Emily, good morning. I work from my house, and I feel very lucky to be able to keep guitars at desk. Oh yeah, and if you keep them at desk, I've found that keeping the heat right around the same heat, you know, and then the humidity level right around 45%, you know, trying to control that environment. Guitars really like that. And some guitars, if they're not sitting right in that sweet spot, they'll crack and let you know that they'll cry about it, and they'll crack and they'll give you problems, and so they'll let you know when they need attention for sure. Hopefully we're engaged in preventive and observant enough to be out in front of that curve, though. Let's take a look at this 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a really nice one for, you know, speed picking, alternate picking, which is what we like to do while we spin over across the string set. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we invert that pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, then 4, 3, 2, 1, then 4, 3, 2, 1, descend the position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's take a look at fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. Next pretty easy. We'll play on the top string group, down and up, middle string group number 2, bottom string group number 3, and 1, 2, and putting on my shoes. There's great meaning, not nothing a thing, absolutely. There's this production line that, sort of the need isn't there, but it's about generating the want or the desire. Alright, 4 middle strings, 9, 10, 11 as well. Drive safer, yeah, like that. Tracy Allen, I feel that also. And in reality, and we have this simple G, C, and D major, and some picking, and some hammer-ons, and plucks here and there helped me follow fellow folks in recovery. Oh yeah.